Before we get the video started, we have a brand new merch design coming out in about 2 to 3 weeks. You're gonna see me wearing the hoodies and t-shirts throughout this whole video. So this is our Webby's race design. That's the back. Like I said, I'm still waiting about 2-3 weeks until I can drop it all. But in the meantime, we have these hats, we have bracelets, we have key tags, we have air fresheners. So if you like the videos, you wanna support us, hit the top link in the description. Damn it. This car, I have lost a lot of motivation on working with it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it entirely. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making this M54 swapped E46 even a thing. I built the whole thing from scratch. There's a lot of problems. We had a serious fuel cutting issue, and there's just a lot of dumb shit that we had going on with this car. But in this video, I made a priority to fix every last issue with the car, and we're about to make 700 horsepower with this little shit box. My first priority is this intercooler right here. This is absolutely hideous. It's the first thing everyone sees when they see this car. It's on the front. It's disgusting. This came off the 335 truck we made, and this thing has been through ponds and mounds of dirt and all that shit. This is a damn near brand new fat ass intercooler. Bigger is better when it comes to intercoolers. I hope not in other departments. I swear I didn't mean to do that. That's how you get the intercooler out. I'm just glad my entire radiator didn't fall. I can't say I'm surprised. There is a lot of oil in this intercooler. Sometimes you gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. Oh, that's thick. That is fire. That is so much bigger. Height-wise, it was like half. That bitch is massive. Another problem that we have to address with the E46 is no power steering. So, went ahead and picked up a used power steering pump that we're gonna put up in here. Honestly, this should be a super easy job because there's so much room. This car, we tried drifting the last video, and it's very, very difficult with no power steering. It just sucks. And we got people like Travis driving it, you know, who don't got serious biceps like me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
for those kind of guys, you know,
man right here.
we gotta get some serious power steering in here. I go to the gym and I lift 360. So driving this back from the gym really sucks.
Too much arm pump, huh?
Yeah.
I could tell.
I know. I got a big shirt on though.
Oh, that's what it is?
It's a medium. We just pulled off what top paid NASA employees could not even thought of. They couldn't even fathom the work we just put down. We have our M54 power steering reservoir right here. We have the power steering cooler right here. Now, it might get blocked by the wind.
It's still got some flow.
Yeah, it's still, we know, it'll still do what it's gotta do. This is where it gets top notch. Like, I should blur this out. This is classified by the government. Now, when this diagram came past my desk this morning, I thought it was not gonna happen. But if you look at these lines right here, this is the power steering lines off of 335. We managed to bend the bracket to where we can bolt it into the thermostat. Yeah. Yeah. So that's OEM plus times 10. That looks fantastic. All we have to do now is get a longer belt and some fluid, and we're fucking ripping. Our brand new belt is on the car. We had to measure it so we can bypass the AC compressor because we're not running AC on this car, but now we are running the power steering. So we had to get a slightly longer belt than what we were using before. Now we are adding the cheapest fluid they had at AutoZone into the reservoir. So I'm just in here, turn the steering wheel so we get the system bled. We should be ready to rock and roll. New hot rod, got some power steering. Oh, that's insane.
Yes, sir.
I completely understand why car manufacturers put that in the car now. Our gas pedal's hanging on by a thread, which is not ideal.
Man.
Sorry to interrupt today's video, but as you see, we're at the gas station with the X3. We need some gas for this thing. So I hate filling up the daily. I hate filling up my cars in general and spending money, but everywhere I go, I've been using this Upside app where you get to save money at restaurants, stores, and gas stations. So we are right here at the Shell. I'm gonna clip that we just filled up the X3 with gas. Now that we filled it up, all we gotta do is get our receipt, upload it to the app, and we're gonna earn money back. You gotta do it anyways, so you might as well earn some money back. We got our gas receipt right here. So now the last step to earn money is literally just take a picture of it and send it in. So we just uploaded our receipt right there on the app. It takes about 2 to 4 business days for your money to hit your account. And this app isn't like others where you get reward points. This is like actual hard-earned money that you can get. But as you can see, you have a million different options on how you can cash out. There's a bunch of different gift card options that you can cash out with. with, or you can put it directly into your bank account. That's what I normally do. So I'm gonna go ahead and send over my 14 bucks to my account. There's even some users making as much as $280 a year using Upside at restaurants, gas stations, and stores. So if you want to check out Upside for yourself, make sure to hit the top link in the description. Make sure you use code Wyatt when signing up to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Thank you to Upside for sponsoring today's video. Back in it.
That PS passed in, man.
Back in it. Dude, power steering is so awesome. Oh my God.
But he's just trying it. He's just full sending her.
We're at temps, fellas. We're at temps. Our gas pedal has no bolt in it too, which is really bad. Oh, we might be out of gas. That might be what it is. Should I turn it around?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, we have no gas. We gotta get back. I'm not getting stranded. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Come on. We need some gas. Picked up some gas this morning. Still have no idea what's going on with our fuel level sensor, but we're about to hit the junkyard so that way I can pick up a couple miscellaneous problems with this thing. We got a lot of nice cars out here, all in great condition. Facebook's finest. We're looking for an E46. Got to pull some parts off of one of these things for our car. We need a gas pedal, we need struts, and a lot of miscellaneous bullshit so that way we can get this thing dialed in. But I'm not seeing shit. There's literally 1,000 junk cars here. Not one BMW. That's just, hey look, all I'm saying there's a lot of Ford and Chevys here. Not seeing a lot of BMWs because they're all on the fucking road. They're all driving, no problem. On mission to find E46. I know damn well it's gonna be hard because them things don't die. It's a BMW, right? This looks like my typical build right here. All right, I'm gonna take this gas pedal off. The best thing about junkyards is it's not your car, so it's not your problem. All right, we got our gas pedal. One step closer. There's this is the biggest junkyard around us. Do a full 360 right quick. Bang. Not a single one. Every E46 is on the road. Most reliable thing. Look, I've done 3 durability tests with E46s. They don't die. Ran them on water for 30 minutes. So no wonder they're not fucking out here. I've covered at least 3 miles of ground right now. But I do get a lot of cardio work in every single day at the gym. Daily 5K run, so I'm in good shape. Wait here for a second.
What happened to the gym?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine. Need a launch pad. After walking a whole 5 miles, all we got is gas pedal, but honestly, best case scenario. As you can see, our current pedal in this car is from an E92. That's why it's got this hole right here. So there was no way of it mounting. When we were driving the car, it would just float around like this. Got gas in the car, and we got a gas pedal. Now that we got power steering, I feel like a new man. I got the wheel like no other now. All I needed was a little bit of fluid. So I'm gonna see if last night was just no gas and that's why I was breaking up. Yeah, it's breaking up. See, she don't like RPM, baby. We gotta get a new tube. What's the shit box without red line for 8 minutes? Can't really do anything with this car at the moment. We need a tube. I didn't mean to go all the way around. Let's go back to the shop. We got Greg on the phone, so we're gonna check out the tune, see if we can get this fuel cut issue to stop so we can turn the boost up. Yeah, it's breaking up bad. What, the fueling is not coming up with boost? Yeah. So Greg thinks that our problem is E46s have a OEM regulator, so every time we get up in boost, we're getting a fuel cut hard. For a homeboy with the white bandana on YouTube, our regulator is somewhere in here, so we gotta take that off. That is, I think, a fuel filter.
So this is the combination fuel filter and the fuel pressure regulator on the front of it.
So it's both. About to take this out. I'm really gonna be pissed if we lose a lot of gas because the 85 is a 20-minute drive away. Oh, that's the part you normally skip to right there, fella. We have 2 hoses coming into this and 1 coming out. So we're gonna Y the 2 into 1. That should just delete this whole problem. So I have 18 different buckets trying to collect my E85 so I have to drive 20 minutes away. We have a Y fitting in here that is gonna have to just make it to that. We're almost done, but fuel is just going everywhere. I really can't wait to have a smoke break after this. And oh yeah, that's a better idea. Could have a smoke break right now. Steph, you got a lighter? We're gonna have a smoke break under here.
I actually do. You need it?
Yeah. You wanna have a smoke break with us under here?
Let me see your hands.
Looks a little funky, but it will get the job done. Break it up again. Doing the same dumb shit. 3 nights of trying to figure out what is going on with this fuel pressure drop issue. I've replaced everything in the fuel system. I have put a new regulator on there, made no difference. I even put the fuel pump on its own relay back there just because maybe I thought it was a voltage drop issue. The last thing that it could have been was possibly the fuel pump. I did have a 450 in there, but I just went ahead and replaced it with a brand new one. As long as fuel pressure goes up with boost, we're in good shape. Car is a piece of shit. I've had it. If you are seeing this clip, that's because we figured out the issue. Now, we have tried 1,000 different options, but I deleted all those clips, so we have no idea this is the issue. We're just hoping. Let's see if we done did it. Game time, game time, game time.
Computer cut off.
And so did the car.
Bro, there it is. Yeah, we're running. We fixed it!
It cut off.
We fixed it!
It cut off. It cut off. Let me see.
The lowest number I saw was 55.
Let's fucking go. Give me the boost, Greg. Give me it.
Hey, what?
All right, you got your eye on it?
Trying. Good.
Keep running.
Yeah. I think stayed at 55, bro. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. We did, fellas. We did.
It's fixed.
Mystery
Fuck you and your mother.
I didn't film what we did, but as you can tell, that fixed the problem. This thing that we deleted earlier this video, one of these lines was a return. So this blue line was the OEM return line, and this is the fuel feed line. So I had wired them together, so I had a feed and a return tied together. So we're losing so much pressure there. We literally just capped this piece off and kept this deleted, and that fixed our problem. Greg is about to hop on the phone now. I mean, shit, you said 28, 30, I'm cool with it.
We could give it a shot and see if it'll handle it.
Yeah, let's let it ride. Greg's about it. I said, yeah, I'm just trying to get some boost in for this video. He goes, what are you thinking? I said, what do you think, Steve? He's like, 28, 30. Are we still on gate that one?
Yeah, he was at 10.
We're making progress, finally. This is our first time coming off wastegate pressure. Just bumped it up to 15 PSI. I do not have nearly big enough of a tire in the rear. That was pretty fucking rowdy. The shaker keeps coming off. Oh, it held boost?
Yeah, it helps fuel pressure too.
Nice. I'm so glad. Everything's going so good right now. 22 PSI. Let's give it a go. Let's hope my shifter stays on this fucking time. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough tire back there, Greg. We're only at 22 pounds and it wants nothing to do with traction. It's really scary.
What are we doing?
Greg's putting in a driver mod tune right now though. I don't know what that means, but hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
22 pounds again. Worked a little bit. I stayed in it that time at least.
Holy shit! This thing boogies.
Oh, I lifted it?
Yeah, look at that.
Alright. I was a little bit scared, Greg. Greg said I better keep it down on this pool. So we're gonna keep it down for Greg. Alright. Look, I'm trying to keep it down, but I'm also trying to stay alive.
That thing likes to skate.
Dude. Greg, I'm trying, but when I'm facing a tree, I don't want to stay in it.
Yeah.
So we are pulling the wheels off Travis's car because it does move anyways.
Hey.
He's got a 265/35 18 back there, so it should do a whole lot better. We have more friction on the road, so hopefully the E46 cannot lose as much traction. I still think it will, but it'll be a lot less sketchy. Good thing we keep a bunch of part out cars around here. That looks good as fuck. Look, if there's any wheel companies out there who wants to make the E46 look better, you know where to hit me up. I just need to match the fronts. Wonder where I can get them from. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we hooked out real good right there, Greg.
Greg, that was a hook and book.
Bro, this is the fastest piece of shit ever. Oh. This gets my adrenaline pumping more than any other car I've ever driven. Holy shit. We hit 22 right there. It's so wild, and this little thing, 22, feels fucking insane, dude. As soon as Travis takes over, we're letting him drive the E46. Greg goes, yeah, let's bump it up to 26.
I'm nervous now. The last time I drove this thing was making like 300 horsepower.
You ripped the shifter off like I did.
Yeah, that bitch is, it's steamy.
We hit 28 right there. Greg got us at 28 PSI. Let's see it. That's 700 horsepower. Breaking up. Me and Greg had a hell of a day with tuning, so we cranked it up to 28, and as you've seen, it was breaking up, so we went back down to 26 PSI for today. We maxed out our Walboro 450 pump. We need a set of rear wheels. We need a bigger fuel pump. Once we get those upgrades, we're gonna have to go take this thing street racing.